Greetings, boys and ghouls. This is Dr. Von Mag. Good morning. I don't know if it's morning where you're at, but it's morning where I'm at, so good morning to you. Today we're going to be working on a Halloween decoration. Now, I started finding these at Dollar Tree, and I got this one. I've already painted it up with an overcoat of gray. You can see it's wood color back here. It's a fairly thin piece of wood, but it's shaped like a house. Now, I've been trying to figure out exactly what to put on it. I thought about photographs in here, but those are going to be awful small. I've thought about painting panels and putting in here, and that'd be awful small. What I think I'm going to end up doing is putting some black back here and gluing some eyeballs. But first we got to decorate the outside of this thing. Now we've already painted it with the gray, so now we got to do a little bit of decor. I'm still finishing off my other product review this morning. Alright. You can see I've got an assortment of paints all the way around me. We've already laid this out, so we're going to do a little painting, so let's get her started. We'll start with a little black, because, well, reasons. Now, you could do this a little faster if you really wanted to by stenciling and stuff, but not really in a mood for that. So, let's see what we can do. Using a thin brush here, and we'll this may take a little while. Painting a set of stairs going up. Why not? Get a little extra paint. I didn't need that much. Now, come up here. Do the same thing on this side. I'll turn this into a kind of a little haunted house collage. I've got some other panels I'm going to do other stuff with, but couldn't figure out anything better to do with this one than to turn it into a collage. So we're going to do that. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of painting in the basic shapes that I need. Oop, well, I'll have to fix that. I jumped. Get a little bit of that. It's a very difficult brush to control, but I like the very thin lines I'm getting out of it. Now, now you could have come in here, and there's a lot of things you could do with a panel like this. And I'll have to come in and probably do a little bit of work on it. So, we're going to be doing a lot of line work tonight. I didn't really want to do an outline, but honestly, it's about the only approach that I could see that would be reasonable. So, that's what we're going to do. And it'll give me a little practice doing fine line work, which is always a plus. Remember, the whole idea is that this is supposed to be a spooky old house. So, You don't really have to have anything necessarily match up. See, so what I'm doing right now, I'm laying out the basic shape. More paint down here. Get a little more paint. I'm trying not to get too much paint, but I do need a bit. Now then, we're going to lay out the final parts of this up in the tower. So, a little more paint here. Trying not to get so much that I dribble. But there we go. So far, so good. And it is a haunted house, so you're going to expect a little randomness out of it. So we're basically just going to lay out our framework. Okay. So we're getting somewhere. If you move just a little bit, the whole thing being a little off skew, you don't want to go too crazy, but a little bit off skew is perfect for Halloween. Now, that lays out the basic shape. Now we're going to have to come in here and maybe put a few lines in place. So, what we're going to do now, some of these, I would put in some wood grain, or some wood grain pattern. But I'm going to rely on the pattern that's already on it to do that job. And if it looks a little faded, that's just all for the better. Because I'm probably going to come in and put a little, maybe some marble or some aged gray, pavement gray type stuff around the fit the moldings. So it ain't going to have to be too perfect. There we go. on working. Let me see how many minutes we got left. We got 8 minutes left. We're doing good now. Yeah. Yeah, today I'm going to give a special shout out to some friends of mine on Facebook. I'll give a shout out to one Nick Nitroglycerin, to one Mr. Tumultuous, to my good friend Michael from Artistic Impressions, and to Mr. Z. You know who you are. So, go ahead and put a little bit of a brick pattern down here. And yeah, I know it's a little early to be doing Halloween, but they gave me Halloween stuff to work with, so. And it will be Halloween, probably faster than any of us can envision, so. Might as well get started on it. So. There we go. Now, that at least lays out our house. So far, so good. Now, I'm going to come in here and do a little bit of shading. At least try to. We got to figure out exactly which way the shading's going to come. And I think, since we've already got this heavy line on this side, we're going to go from this side with it. Yep. We love us some Halloween. But I've got some other projects, and I don't always show everything that I do, but this is a catapult time, so we're going to do this because, well, I don't get a chance just to do pure art as much as I'd like. More than I used to, and more than even building the gadgets and things that I normally build. Which I haven't done in a little while, but I haven't had anything new that I've been wanting to do. Being kind of a creative slump with that. So right now what I'm doing is I'm putting a slightly bolder line on the one side so that the house gets a shading from a certain angle. So like I said, I'm trying, a lot of the trick in shading is to make sure that your lines are intact. And that's what I'm doing right now. And yeah, I know I dipped a little bit down there. We'll deal with that in its time. Then we'll have to come in and I'll do a little bit of spookifying this otherwise nondescript abandoned home. One thing that must not be forgotten is the fact that you're going to have a little extra coloring along this side here. This right in here. You can almost imagine Norman Bates' mother over here yelling, "Micah! Or Norman?" You know, kind of looking like Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And if you're offended by that, well, maybe you need to get a thicker skin. There we go. Oh, I got to hit a couple of extra lines here. Need this line to be heavier than that line. This line up here to be heavier. Oh, didn't mean to get quite so much. I might have to come back and retouch that up. Now, there we go. That basically lays out our house. Now, let's do a little bit of work on doing some stuff now. We'll color in around these bricks. How many minutes we got left? We got a minute left. I'm going to go ahead and stop and restart. If we run out of time on this card, I'll probably do this as a multi-sectional. And I say that as a note to myself. I'll probably end up on the video anyway. There we go. Now, that leaves us a lot to work with. So we're probably going to have to let some of this dry. But so far, so good. Need a few things. Maybe some. I might even go in here with a little bit of some painter's patch. I might even come in here with some popsicle sticks and, you know, give it a little more of a 3D look. But there's a lot you can do with a thing like this. Because I'm thinking maybe put in some shutters. Maybe a broken bit of board right here. Let's go ahead and break off a bit of this. And then I can put extra eyeballs poking out of that hole in the wall. Like a dozen little rats looking out. Let's take off this section. Maybe put up a sign or two that says keep out. Tear off a piece right here. We're also going to cut off a piece way up here in the balcony. Up in the rafters. So let's just kind of do this. Let's grab a little more black. Let's see how many minutes. Well, yeah, I just restarted it. Alright. There we go. Now we're going to let that dry a few minutes. Now let's put a couple of more little bits on it, odd bits. Like maybe something like right in here. Let's put ourselves a spider. Don't want to get too much paint because I'm trying to draw something spindly. Like that. Now, what else do we need? Got spider webs going on. I may end up gluing maybe some boards across, I don't know, boards across the door. I need to leave those open because I need to show stuff, so we can't do that. But maybe put some shutters in or something. Let's go over here and put some bricks into place right here. Kind of give it a little bit of a... There we go. Now we come in and we do our shading again. There we go. Now, we're going to let all this paint dry for a few minutes and then I'll come back and we'll work on the next part of this. For that, I'll be telling you in advance, break out your hot glue guns. So we'll be back here shortly.